Howdy, Lao Shi Lawrence McElroy here for Water Tiger School of Tai Chi Chuan. Apologizing. It's been since March 25th since we've shot and posted a video. So, sorry. There was a vacation. There was a COVID infection. And there was preparation for this year's World Tai Chi and Qigong Day on April 30th. So, sorry this took quite a backseat. Really hope to get back on track again. We've been off track several times since we started this in March 2020. And we're off track again. So before I talk about today, I want to talk about a couple of things. One is, yeah, the COVID stuff is still out there. So please, please, please be wise and not foolish. That being said, yes, this is shot. We shoot this in the basement of my townhouse where I live. This is my workout space. This is what we've been using when we were in remote classes during lockdown, and this is where I choose to shoot these videos. I rent my studio space from another program, so it's sort of difficult to get in there and shoot stuff around their schedule and around our schedule and everything. So this is my workout space. I know you probably can't tell. This is the end of a pull-up bar. So this is not where I hold my classes, just FYI. I also want to mention in the last couple of months we've had technology issues. I've replaced a laptop. I haven't upgraded my sound. I've simply upgraded the laptop that's using the sound equipment that I have. So yes, sound is better. You're welcome. We continue to hope to sort of tweak the quality of what it is that we do, but we make no promises. We're a very small organization. You should see our roster at this point. So that's what I wanted to talk about. That's done. What we're going to do today is finish, for the first time, one of the five animals of the Five Animal Frolics from, the Five Animal Frolics. And the first one we're going to finish sort of makes sense, given this is the year of the tiger and the year of the water tiger, that it's going to be the tiger. So over the past 2 years plus, we have posted tiger walking, tiger pouncing, tiger fighting, tiger stretching was the last one. I don't have those dates, but look down below. All of the dates, all of the links to the previous videos are in the description for this one. So there you go. This is tiger twisting. Probably one of the more difficult frolics in the 26 that are available to us. It's sort of a toss-up between tiger twisting and bear turning. We'll get to that one eventually. So, as always with the animal frolics, we're going to start with a warm-up from the 9 temple exercises. We're going to start with advance and retreat, and then sort of break down the components of tiger twisting and, have at it. Give you enough that, maybe it's workshopped enough that you might be able to, recreate it or at least have a reference if you take up the animal frolics. And they're similar to water tigers lineages approach. So there you go. Got the business out of the way, got the introduction out of the way. Get another little sip. Crunch on my mint. I'm just going to start with a little shake. Just cause. I like starting this way. Excuse me. So why do we do advance and retreat? Because in the animal frolics, knee and toe alignment is very important, and it's very, shall we say, easy to get it incorrectly. And when that happens, that's not a good thing. So if you have knee issues, as we would always say, maybe before attempting to do the frolics, talk to your physician to see if, that kind of pressure on the knee or that kind of risk to your knees might be a good idea. So advance and retreat really helps to sort of put the focus on the knees. And before we start, I would say it's a big reveal, but if you've been following us since the onset, you've seen this one before. It was featured in the Water Tiger for Sachem Facebook Live session on April 13th of 2020. I do have a couple of t-shirts now that you have not seen, so those will be coming up probably in the next couple of videos. Sort of shameless plugs for things, but there you go. Not necessarily sort of indirect shameless plugs. You know, we don't really sell anything on our YouTube channel. Anyway, there it is, another tiger. With advance and retreat, it's going to sort of work the abdominals, the legs, the ankles. It helps to activate the Xia Dantian and the Shen Yu cavity. So, Xia Dantian's in front, the Shen Yu's in back. Which are actually, those two acupuncture points, or those areas, sort of, I mean, the Shen Yu cavity, not so directly, but it's the Ming Men point in that area of the lower back. So we'll get to that when we get to the Tiger Frolics. It also helps to, and benefits, I guess is a better word, the liver, the kidneys, the spleen, the pancreas, the ascending, traverse, and descending colon. So a lot of digestive stuff there, as well as other things. Liver is, you know, important to the flow of blood. Blood is the mother of the Chi. What can we say? So feet about shoulder width, right? You can go maybe a little bit more narrow if that's a little bit easier for you to control hips and knees, maybe a little bit wider for the same reason. You always want the toes and the knees forward. Now, when we do advance and retreat at Water Tiger School, we like to just let the arms hang. Some people activate the arms in some way, either just in a static position, or they'll move them in something Tai Chi-like fashion as they do this. We are not them. And we always start with retreat as the main movement, but we always like to point out that one of the things you can explore in advance and retreat is how while you are retreating, there is also advancing, and how as you are advancing, there is also retreating. So it's sort of a nod to six directional force. I'm going to start by settling the weight into my left foot, so this side of my body, and I'm going to turn the upper body, starting in the abdominal area, toward the left side of my space. Now I'm going to get to a certain point. I'm going to feel that start to pull on my hips, so I'm going to stop there, move up the torso a little bit, see where my range of motion takes me there before my mid-torso pulls into my lower torso, which pulls into my hips. Then I'm going to take the shoulders and the chest, see if I have a little bit more flexibility, and whatever I have left, I'm going to turn my head on my neck, the sky post, the post that connects the earth of the body to the heaven of the heads, and look to the left side of the room. Now, for retreat, that means I'm going to push off on the left foot to fill the right while still looking to the left. Now I keep all of the weight in the right as I turn and look to the right side. Push off on the right to fill the left. And turn. If you want a suggested breath pattern, Water Tiger suggests an inhalation on the shift in retreat and an exhalation on the turn. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Toes and knees stay forward. Inhale and exhale. We're retreating. Something is expanding toward us. Something is young. So we become yin. We compress and give it space. And turn. Now it's expanding this direction. And turn. About, I don't know, 3 more pairs. I'm not really counting. And turn. Shift. And turn. Shift. And turn. Shift. And turn. Maybe I lied. Shift. And turn, shift, and turn. We're going to do 3 more. Shift, and turn, shift, and turn, shift, and turn, shift, and turn. 1 more pair might be for shift and turn. Last retreat. I'm not going to turn. I'm not going to turn forward. I might look at you. Hi. But I am sitting here in my left leg, looking to the right side of the classroom. So advance is shifting in the direction of your look. So before something was expanding, we were compressing, we were giving it space. Now it is the thing that is compressing, and we are going to fill the space that it leaves for us. So it becomes yin, we become yang. Might suggest a change in the breath pattern and make this an exhalation on the shift and an inhalation on the turn. But breathe when you have to. Just breathe. Breathing is important. And shift, maybe exhale, and turn. Inhale, shift, and notice, and turn, that these two actions, shifting and turning, are separate. Shift and turn, shift and turn. Some people combine them, shift and turn, but to me that's a different exercise. Shift and turn, shift and turn, shift and turn, expand and turn, expand and turn. But where can you find expand, that compression, that yin, in this yang? And turn and shift and turn and shift and turn. I have no idea where we are in rep count. Shift and turn and shift and turn. I don't know, about 2 more pairs. Shift and turn feels about right. And turn, shift and turn, shift. I'm serious, it does feel right. Shift and turn and face the front and redivide the weight equally between the 2 feet. Just so you know what I was talking about in combining the two, some people, if they were doing advancing, would do this. And if they were doing retreating, kind of hard to tell the difference between the two, but it's there and it's subtle. But no, it should be shift and then turn. Shift and then turn. From the Water Tiger School perspective. So, when it comes to the Tiger Frolics, I'm going to get another sip. Maybe I should keep the bottle over here. Oh, look, a yin yang symbol for advancing and retreating. For the Tiger Frolics, each of the 5 animals have certain therapeutic qualities. In Tiger Frolics, specifically pulmonary health. So dealing with lungs, lung energy, breathing, that sort of thing. Secondary is arthritis. Now, though not all of the 5 animals are considered to be an assistance to issues with arthritis, I believe all 5 are. The tiger is one that specifically indicates that it is has a secondary benefit for those who have arthritis. Each of the 5 animals sort of have their own breakdown between, that goes beyond just therapeutic quality. You have the nature and the spirit of the animal. Nature and the spirit of the animal is different for each, and it's something that we need to consider. Therapeutic quality, it's just nice to have that in the back of the mind, but definitely you want to consider that the tiger's nature is great power and strength. And its spirit is a fierce intensity that surrounds a certain inner softness. Almost put that in the wrong order, didn't I? So a fierce intensity that surrounds a certain inner softness. And I usually reference, a female tiger and her cubs, and even in some instances, the daddy tiger and his cubs as well. So again, you want to consider that. Each animal has its own breath, so there are some consistencies, some lap overs, if you will, in the various approaches to breath from animal to animal. The tiger is, oh, look, I am going to do a grammatically incorrect thing. An extremely unique approach to breathing. Yeah, you can't be extremely unique. It's just unique. But anyway, within the context of the animals, it's different. One aspect, not so much, because the way the water tiger normally approaches the tiger frolics, we do what we might refer to as a yin inhalation, which is a simple, soft inhalation through the nose. That's not the only choice we have for the inhalation. The exhalation, regardless, sort of sounds like a combination of an SH sound with a CH sound, what we normally refer to as a librarian with an attitude. So the first inhalation choice, breath and movement in almost all the frolics, except this one, has a break between an inhalation and an exhalation, between one movement and the next. Again, this one's sort of an exception, tiger twisting. Soft inhalation, soft inhalation, soft inhalation. So the other breath choice is the lips are open. I'm not doing anything with my tongue. I'm just drawing the air in through the closed teeth. Much more difficult to manifest. The movement, the physicality of the tiger, it should always feel like a feline stretch. There should be great intent without tension. And all of the movement should feel like a feline stretch. We might have a feline example walking through at some point. A little house tiger, if you will. Really a rag doll, but whatever. So that's the breath and the movement. The chi focus, I mentioned sort of the same things that were stimulated by advance and retreat. There is a sort of underlying current of just simply focusing on the Ming Men point. You're about to see, oh, there she is. She's already there on camera. Luna. Luna C, Luna Tick, Luna Tunes. And for us, the Ming Men points for Water Tiger School, you know, this is the Chi and Qigong acupuncture point on the lower abdominal cavity, maybe about right there. All right? And for us, the Ming Men point is an equivalent position on the spine. What are you eating? Right? Some people will put it lower, some people will put it higher, but that's about the point that it is. And the reason that I refer to this as an underlying current is part of the mind is just, I'm going to use the S word, simply focused there. You don't have to do anything with it. You just have your mind in your lower back area, in the area of the Shen Yu, on the spine, the Ming Men point. The primary focus of the Qi, or the one that has action, is on every inhalation, you image a soft emanation of Qi from the actual Xi Dantian, not the acupuncture point, but the esoteric vessel that sits in the cup of your hips. So sort of think of it as a warm glow. And then on the exhalation, the Qi, that soft emanation, and that soft glow drives to your extremities. So your claws, hands, and feet. Since I said the word claws, I want to point out that the tiger claw is this light activation of the hand. It's not what you might think it is if you haven't watched any of the Tiger Frolics videos. You know, it's that idea, you know, if you have a house tiger and you have pissed it off somehow, it sets its paw against your face or against its arm, and it's not, you know, penetrating the surface of your flesh with your claws. You can just feel that they're lightly there. The tips are just right underneath, you know, their sheaths in their paw. And that's what you want. And that comes and goes in any of the Tiger Frolics, but in Tiger Twisting as well. It appears at the end of an individual repetition. During that buildup, there are no claws. It's just the usual, what we would refer to in Tai Chi as delicate lady hand or beautiful lady hand. The final aspect of any of the frolics is to rise above pretending you're the animal and becoming the animal. And a lot of times that happens in the eyes, just so you know. So there's the prep for the Tiger Frolics. The lower body is kind of tricky. Now, the reason that we want to focus on the knees is generally, as we're moving, you're stepping from 45 to 45 in some way, shape, or form. In most of the Tiger Frolics, you drop the ball of the foot, you set the heel on the ground, and you fill that foot. And for most, though not all, the ball of the back foot stays on the ground. While that sort of remains true for tiger twisting, it's much more complicated than that, because you begin and you're stationary for a while as the upper body moves, and then you drop the heel without switching to the heel, raise the ball of the foot, and twist and look over the shoulder on that side. So if my right foot is full, I'm looking back and toward the right. Now, if you have a less of a range of motion, you're sort of looking more out to the side with the peripheral going back. And then you swing through. And it's the same sort of process. You're there for a while, drop the heel, and twist on the ball of the back foot and look back. Some people will do this particular movement with a little bit different approach, and they'll actually turn on the heel and the ball and put more of a twist in the feet. To us, that's too much going on, and it's just better. It's better for everything, for focus, stability, a feline stretch, and the safety of our knees to ground that front foot and only turn on the ball of the back foot. So there you go. You get another drink. I swear I've been drinking water all morning, all day up until the shoot. But anyway, so the upper body and the lower body is static. The upper body through the twist is very active. As I mentioned, the only hold in this particular frolic comes at its very end. Normally, we do a movement, say it's tiger walking, hold breath and movement, set the heel down, tiger twisting, there's an inhalation, and if I'm weighted in my right foot, my left hand is going to swing behind, kind of over to the right cheek, and my right hand is going to swing up toward my left shoulder. That's the inhalation, soft or hard. Exhalation, arms down. Inhalation, right arm swings over toward the left cheek, left arm swings up toward the right shoulder. And from that position, exhale into the twist. This is where the claws take over. So it's inhalation, exhalation, inhalation, exhalation, and hold. Inhalation, exhalation, inhalation, and hold. Now, it seems like I'm putting holds in the earlier aspects, but that's just because I want you to get the pattern down. So I hope that made some sort of sense. I'm going to walk toward you to start with, frolic toward you, and then maybe away, and then maybe another sideways. So again, that step should be 45 to 45. You can, shorten that angle if you find that easier. Find the right distance for your feet. For some, too close together, it makes it really difficult and hard on the knees. For most people, if you're really far apart, it's going to cause all sorts of issues. So you have to sort of play with that and find that within yourself. So again, the breath is important. The pattern is difficult because it's a short inhalation, it's a very short inhalation, a very short exhalation, very short inhalation, and a very long exhalation. And regardless of the length of time you have to do any of those breaths, it should be the same amount of your lung capacity. So on the short inhalation, I am not breathing in any less than I would if I was doing tiger walking. So it's my normal 70-75%, a comfortable amount. Inhalation, I exhale all of that amount. Exhalation, inhale that amount again. And then over time, exhale the same amount. So I'm not hyperventilating and then emptying everything. Always equal. That takes some time. So, settle in, get in touch with my inner tiger, find an exhalation, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now you are not going to hear me breathe because I can't breathe and talk about the breath at the same time. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and hold. Breath and movement. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and hold. Inhale, thinking about that fierce intensity. Exhale, inhale, exhale, wrapping around a certain inner softness. Great power and strength, feeling that feline stretch. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. I know I'm getting a little close. So this is going to be my last one. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now I didn't preview the closing, I apologize. Maybe you've watched some of the other videos. It's the same for any of the animal frolics. I'm going to bring my hands down and in, my feet together. As I turn into the direction I'm walking, palms are up. Palms come down. I have a little rebound, so I'm sitting down into my body, down into my legs, and the hands come to the Xia Dantian acupuncture point. And there you go. There's the first pass in tiger twisting. Now, since I mentioned the line you've been walking, when we instruct in the tiger frolics or do a deep drill, in the studio class, when we come to a new approach, not a new, but a returning approach to Qigong, we spend the first couple of weeks doing a deep drill, regardless of who is on the mat. And we do that in a linear fashion because it's just easier for everyone to have, sight lines and consistency and that sort of thing. But this particular approach to the animal frolics that we use in our lineage is supposed to be walked in a circle. So if you're doing this circle walk and it comes to a close, what you do is you turn into that border of that circle as you do that closing movement. So what I said was one forward, one back. So my feet will be off camera to start with, obviously. All right. Well, let's see if I can't twist enough to actually, say hi to you guys each time. So 45 to 45 if you can. You want to start with an exhalation because it's inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Hello. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Hello again. Maybe I better not twist so far because I'm starting to fall over a little bit. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Last two this direction. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. This is my last step. So I'm bringing that left foot in, both hands down, turning into the line I've been walking, palms up. Kind of like settle chi pour chi through the bak wai in Water Tiger School's breathing set, which you'll probably see as a warm-up sometime in the future. There you go. Those are forward and back, one to the side. And we'll call it, it's a wrap. Not yet, right? So just right straight across. Starting on the left, we're walking to the right. Foot's around the 45. A little bounce, a little shake, a little wiggle. Apparently a little head roll. I know we've got better sound these days, but I'm hoping you can't hear all that grinding and, well, not grinding, crunching, more like. So finding that exhalation, because you want to start inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and fall over. That was terrible. Inhale, not going to cut, exhale, inhale, exhale. It's going to live on the internet forever. It will be my shame. Inhale, exhale, Inhale. Exhale. Not very cat-like, was it? Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Yeah, you should see our cat sometime. 2 steps. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Bring that left foot in, hands down, palms up, palms down, and that little end. So I just want to take a moment before we bring this to a close to remind you that the breath, inhale and exhale, I just did the verbal, right? You have to remember, you have a choice for the inhalation, either simply soft in through the nose or through the teeth, and the exhales. So say I was doing the hard inhalation, so you can hear that, it would be movement and breath should be done at the same time. But you can also do, oops, sorry. Kind of screwed that one up. You know, your choice for the inhalation, but you shouldn't be saying, you know, it's just a normal inhalation and a normal exhalation. That ain't right. But I had to do the verbal so you can know what was going on. So there you go. Hopefully, we'll be back with another new, probably Tai Chi focused video in a couple of weeks. That's our goal. We at least promise it won't be nearly 2 months again. So we'll do our best to get back on, you know, the schedule that we've talked about once every 2 to 3 weeks for the foreseeable future. There might come a time when we back away. We still have some archives to go through with some old video that might just be interesting to throw up on the page on the channel. So there you are. As always, hope you enjoyed it. Hope maybe, you know, gave you a bit of interest in this particular approach to Qigong. What I didn't mention is a lot of people have seen us do the frolics at a World Tai Chi Day or a Tai Chi in the Park event. And, you know, they'll come over and ask, well, what kind of Tai Chi is that? Well, it's not Tai Chi, it's Qigong. It's moving Qigong. Most people are just familiar with things like the standing 8 pieces of brocade or other sets that are normally done stationary. And it can throw them off a little bit to see somebody moving and doing energy work. So there you go. We still have a lot of frolics left in the 26. You know, for instance, I think we've only done 1 bear, maybe 2 bears. 1 deer, I'm pretty sure, maybe just 1 deer. So we still have a lot of moving Qigong to get through. If you have an idea for a topic, Tai Chi-wise, principle-wise, that sort of thing, you can share that in the comments below. And these comments do get screened on the YouTube channel, simply because if we leave it wide open, or if we click on the algorithm for YouTube to screen out inappropriate posts, it doesn't catch everything. So that's the only reason we screen comments. As long as it's not a flame, we'll let a negative comment go through just as quickly as a positive comment. And we also share the link to this on our Facebook page, Water Tiger School Tai Chi Chuan, is our Facebook page. And of course there, comments are wide open, but if you do flame us there, if you're disrespectful there, it'll get deleted and you'll get banned. So just FYI. And I guess that's it. So thank you very much for your time and attention. It's always appreciated. You know, whatever it is, 3 or 4 of you that follow this channel. I know it's more than that, but thanks. Take care. Stay safe. And we'll catch you next time.